This presentation is by Mackenzie Rowley and it is about the Lindbergh baby kidnapping. On March 1st, 1932, the 20-month-old son of a famous aviator named Charles Lindbergh and his wife Ann Lindbergh was abducted from the family home in Hopewell, New Jersey. The family paid a $50,000 ransom, but the baby was found dead on May 12, 1932, in a wooded area a few miles from the Lindbergh home. I chose this case because I find it extremely interesting. It's a high-profile case that used forensic evidence to convict the killer. It is possible that that forensic evidence was incorrect and incorrectly used to convict an innocent man. The victim of this crime is Charles Lindbergh Jr., the 20-month-old son of the famous aviator Charles Lindbergh. He was kidnapped from his crib in the family home on March 1st, 1932, and later found deceased on May 12, 1932, a few miles from the Lindbergh home in a wooded area. Key witnesses to the case. Charles Lindbergh is the father of the kidnapped child. He was heavily involved in the investigation and worked with police and engaged in the ransom negotiations. Ann Lindbergh is the wife of Charles and the mother of the kidnapped child. She participated in the emotional and legal aftermath of the case. Betty Gow was the baby's nurse. She is the one who discovered his absence and reported it to the parents. Dr. John F. Condon is the one who offered to act as the go-between for the Lindberghs. He began receiving the ransom notes and negotiated with the kidnappers. Bruno Richard Hauptmann was arrested, charged, and convicted for the kidnapping and murder of baby Charles Lindbergh Jr. Isidore Fish was once a business partner of Hauptmann, who was believed by the defense to be involved in the case, though Fish was deceased by the time of the trial. Bruno Richard Hauptmann was charged with first-degree murder of baby Charles Lindbergh Jr., kidnapping baby Charles Lindbergh Jr., and extortion of the Lindbergh family due to the ransom notes and the money accepted from the ransom notes. Undisputed facts of the case. The kidnapping. Charles Lindbergh Jr. was abducted from the family home. The ransom. A total of 12 ransom notes were found. The first note, found on the nursery windowsill, demanded $50,000. By the ninth note, the kidnapper increased the ransom to $100,000. Dr. Condon negotiated a reduction to $50,000, which the Lindbergh family paid. Undisputed facts of the case. The ladder. A homemade ladder was used to access the second-floor nursery window. The ladder was then left behind at the crime scene. Fingerprints were not found on the ladder. Undisputed facts of the case. The discovery of the body. On May 12, 1932, the baby's body was found by a truck driver in a wooded area about 4 miles from the Lindbergh home. An autopsy revealed that the baby suffered a fatal skull fracture. The state of the body decomposition shows that the baby likely died on or near the night of the kidnapping. Undisputed facts of the case. The arrest of Bruno Hauptmann. The spent ransom money was traced back to Bruno Hauptmann, and the rest of the ransom money was found in the garage belonging to the home of Bruno Hauptmann. The prosecutor's case. 1. The ladder. A homemade wooden ladder, which was used in the abduction, was linked to Hauptmann. A piece of wood from the ladder was said to match the floorboards found in his attic. Next, the handwriting analysis. Experts testified that Hauptmann's handwriting matched that of the ransom notes. The prosecutor's case. Witness testimony. Multiple witnesses claimed to have seen Hauptmann near the Lindbergh home or with the ransom money. Next, circumstantial evidence. Hauptmann has a background as a carpenter, which aligns with the skill required to build the ladder and get into the family home, and the prosecution argued that his financial difficulties may have motivated the crime. Hauptmann maintained his innocence throughout the trial, claiming he had no role in the kidnapping or murder of the Lindbergh baby. Additionally, Hauptmann argued that the money had been left with him, along with other belongings, by a former business partner named Isidor Fisch, who had fled to Germany. Hauptmann claimed he was with his family during the time of the kidnapping, giving him an alibi. Hauptmann also claimed he had been coerced and mistreated by law enforcement. For example, one source claimed that Hauptmann was interrogated under duress and denied food and sleep. Disputed and controversial evidence, the handwriting analysis. The reliability of the handwriting evidence has been disputed, and some argue that the analysis was flawed or inconclusive. Next, the ransom money. Some claim that Isidor Fisch, not Hauptmann, was responsible for the ransom money found in Hauptmann's possession. Disputed or controversial evidence. The latter. The wood from Hauptmann's attic was alleged to be used in the latter, but people have questioned the methods used to determine this match. It is suggested that the evidence may have been manipulated. Lastly, the witness testimonies were inconsistent, and some people were accused of being influenced by media coverage or police coaching. On February 13, 1935, Hauptmann was found guilty of first-degree murder and kidnapping by a jury. He was sentenced to death by electrocution. He was executed on April 3, 1936, at New Jersey State Prison. Hauptmann's defense team filed two appeals. The first, filed on June 20, 1935, appealed conviction to the New Jersey's highest tribunal. The second, filed October 15, 1935, to the United States Supreme Court. Both were denied. On December 5, 1935, the New Jersey governor asked the New Jersey Court of Pardons to assess clemency. The court heard Hauptmann's pleas and denied clemency. On January 16, 1936, Bruno Hauptmann's wife, Anna Hauptmann, appealed to the New Jersey governor for stay, which was granted. Based on my research, I do not think Hauptmann was guilty. If he was, I don't think he acted alone. There was no evidence to connect him to the deceased baby, and no fingerprints were taken on the ladder to connect him to the ladder directly. I think it was a rushed investigation, and the police just wanted to pin it on somebody. These are the sources I used for my project and research.